Hello everyone, my name is Adam Bouts, owner of Outdoor Travel Tours here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am proud to announce my recent partnership with Tom's of Maine. They have launched a campaign called Nature Nurtures, and they are bringing people like me together that are owner of small businesses and showing you what we do as far as into the great outdoors. I normally guide hiking adventures in Valley of Fire State Park, but unfortunately due to COVID-19, Valley of Fire is closed down. So we are here today in the Spring Mountains, specifically in Brownstone Canyon. This is located only about 30 minutes due west of Las Vegas, also the Strip. So easy shot to get to, and I'm going to bring you on this adventure with me. Hopefully you enjoy. So our objective today is to bring you out into nature to show you what nature can do as far as healing the mind, body, and soul. Here we have beautiful Las Vegas in the distance there. Las Vegas is located in the Great Basin, middle of the Mojave Desert, driest area in North America. We get an average rainfall of about 4 to 6 inches a year. Check this out. So what we have is a natural arch here. This is all sandstone. Sandstone is very soft and brittle, and when it erodes, it can form some really cool stuff like that. It's also great to walk on. It gives us some awesome traction. It's like walking on sandpaper. All right, we're going to see if we can scramble up and over this rock formation. I'm going to try to keep this as sturdy as possible, okay? Hopefully I don't get anybody sick out there. So hang on. One of the greatest things about living in Las Vegas is you can easily leave Las Vegas. You see, it's like an island. Instead of being surrounded by water, we're surrounded by the open desert wilderness. And it turns out we have more public lands than any other state in the United States, excluding Alaska. At 76% of Nevada is completely open to the public. So it's a true sense of freedom out here. And right around the corner, we've got some petroglyphs. The indigenous people roamed these lands thousands of years ago. They've left their mark behind, which is something that I preach to people daily not to do, right? Leave no trace. Take nothing but photographs, leave nothing but footprints. So why did these ancient people leave their mark behind? You know, it's a question I ask quite often. And, you know, so we have some here. The thing to know is nobody knows what these symbols mean. There's only educated guesses or possible translations. But how they were done so long ago, a native, perhaps bored, he picked up a rock that was more dense than the sandstone. And they would target the black areas, which is called desert varnish. It's a type of oxidization that occurs. And they would take this more dense rock and they would hammer or chisel or scratch into this. These unusual designs, a lot of dots, maybe they're counting things. But it's one thing to read about history, it's another thing to find it. I don't take this for granted. Being able to be in nature every day has made me the happiest I've ever been in my life. And for that, I thank you, Nevada, because you, my friend, are a beautiful state, and I'm honored to live here. It's important to know, first thing, to watch your step, not to be distracted. But we never want to touch petroglyphs, which are these symbols done by Native Americans so long ago. The reason being is to help preserve them. You see, the oil from our hands will speed up the erosion, and these are fading. You know, there's no stopping it. It's the inevitable. These will fade. These will soon disappear. Soon being maybe thousands of years more, but they will disappear at one point. Again, petroglyphs, ancient rock carvings. There's more out here called pictographs or pictoglyphs. I've heard them called. These are rock paintings, which we're going to hike down across this valley here into that sandstone across the wash and get over to the pictographs. Now that wash looks like a dirt road. That is a natural occurring feature in this landscape. It's actually the lowest point where water will flow, and it will flow like a stream, some cases like a river, depending on how much rainwater we get. We're up at about 5,000 to 6,000 feet elevation right now. I'm keeping a good eye on these clouds. If it does rain, I'll consider myself lucky to see it rain in the driest area in North America. Most of the critters that live in the Mojave Desert live underground. This is their way to stay warm during the winter and cool during the summer. We're also home to a variety of cacti. This is one species of prickly pear that we have found commonly out here in the Mojave Desert. Another reason to watch your step out here. There's a lot of signs of the spring. Beautiful purple flowers all over the place. I'm hoping to see some critters. I haven't seen any quite yet. There's something you don't want to walk into. That, my friend, is a yucca, known to some, depending on where you're from in this world, as a yucca. The root is edible. It's like a potato. I was hiking in Peru with my beautiful wife not too long ago, and we ate a lot of the yucca. Petroglyphs that I showed you last, located right there. Again, in that dark area called Desert Varnish. What a beautiful day today. I'm thankful to be out of the house. I have been staying home for Nevada. I really have been limiting my hiking as well, so it's nice to be partnered up with Tom's of Maine. It's kind of a little bit more motivation for me to get outside, which sometimes, you know, even for those that do it for a living, you know, it can be hard to get some motivation and to get outside, but it's so very important that we do this. There's another species of cactus called a hedgehog cactus, also named strawberry hedgehog cactus because of the color of the flower that will bloom in about 2 weeks. You can see a bud right here. Now these things are barbed like porcupine quills, so you don't want to be the unlucky one to step into it. As you might be learning today, everything in this desert tends to be on the sharper side. Nice little find, some bright green lichen. Lichen's kind of a cross between a fungus or an algae or like a moss. Hopefully you're liking that lichen. There are a lot of similarities between this area, Brownstone Canyon, and Valley of Fire State Park. Now the reason why Valley of Fire has that awesome name is really because of the color of the Aztec sandstone, which is exactly what we have in front of us here. And it is the same exact color what's found in Valley of Fire. Now it's this color because of the high iron content. So Valley of Fire looks like it's on fire from far away, hence the name. Not sure if you saw that, but a lizard just ran underneath that yucca. Most likely it's a side blotch lizard, perhaps a western brush lizard. That was the sound of a male house finch. This is a juniper tree. I know that because of the way it is. There are petroglyphs located at the top of that rock right there, flat area, and they come all the way down. Those are a little bit more visible. And the last bit of light just hit Las Vegas. Well, here we are at the end of the hike. It's a beautiful evening out here. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. And maybe next time we can do this actually in person. If you've never been to Las Vegas, come when this clears over. If you've been here, come back. Thank you, Toms of Maine, for the opportunity. And hashtag Nature Nurtures.